Having with Fight Hype, Kenyon, what you think about that knockout, man?
Hey, man, Tank did what he was supposed to. Processed it from round one. He made a counter.
Motherfucker gonna beat this nigga too. Y'all know y'all motherfucker believe. I think I told everybody after round 8, round 8.
He's good. He fought his first, you know what I'm saying? He held his defense up pretty high, so he was able to maintain one on top. But I think that whenever Tank was Brady,
Shouldn't have been the corner. Boom! Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. There it goes. Oh.
Maybe Tank takes 2 to tango at this point with him still.
Yeah. I mean, I think that it's gonna be a good fight, an entertaining fight.
Jeff Mayweather, speaking about the fight, claimed it was an entertaining and good one. He had glimpses of it all even before it happened, saying, "It's a good fight, an entertaining fight." The fans didn't really know too much about Frank, but those who are watching on YouTube, it's almost like there's something on there almost every day. Anybody that's on YouTube and follows them will know Frank is good.
And it's kind of like you said. I mean, the fans don't really know too much about Frank, but those who are watching on YouTube.
Defending Frank Martin for his performance against Artem Harutyunyan, Jeff Mayweather said, "That happens in boxing. Every fight is not going to be great. You're not going to look best in every fight, but it does count. As long as he did the right thing before he fought Tank, it means a lot. If Frank pulls off this fight and comes out on top, he's going to be a household name.
Especially with Tank. I mean, sometimes it has nothing to do with him fighting Frank. But he's on YouTube almost every day with some kind of story.
In the match, Caleb Plant showered praises on both fighters, and though Gervonta Davis was his favorite, he didn't ignore the challenger. I got David in the co-main, and then in the main event, you know, I'm leaning towards Gervonta Davis with the experience, but Frank Martin is a great fighter, captain fighter, southpaw, and a great team around him. So I'm excited to see it.
In the co-main and then in the main event, you know, I'm leaning towards Gervonta with experience, but Frank Martin's a great fighter, captain fighter, southpaw, and a great team around.
Yeah, he's been having some great sparring, obviously, and if he's been having success in that, you know, I'm sure that's going to give him some confidence in the fight. So excited to see that bell ring.
Fighter, southpaw, and a great team around him, so I'm excited to see it. Yeah, he's been having some great sparring. Obviously, that's going to, if he's been having success in that, you know, I'm sure that's going to give him confidence in the fight. So excited to see that bell ring.
Floyd Mayweather, who recently sacked Leonard Ellerbe over his relationship with Gervonta Davis, seemed so indifferent about anything involving Gervonta Davis. Talking about the fight, he said, "It's boxing. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. It's boxing. I can't speak to anybody. I'm not here to speak on nobody else's fighting style or nobody else's fighting ability."
It's boxing. What's gonna happen is gonna happen. It's boxing.
That's right.
The world of boxing is what it is. You don't just never know what can happen in the sport. We take losses every day. Even though, I mean, I've had my hand raised every time I went there and performed.
That's right.
What kind of fight you think we're going to be looking forward to?
I can't speak on nobody. I'm not here to speak on nobody else's fighting style.
Despite having the same trainer as Frank Martin, Ryan Garcia is one who hasn't been fazed by Frank Martin's determination. He instead chose to support Tank Davis ahead of the fight. In one of his latest posts, he tweeted on X, insinuating an 8th round knockout of Frank Martin, Tank in 8. Of course, Ryan Garcia likes attracting attention and stirring up controversy on his social networks. He never shies away from conflict and manages to remain in the conversation, which naturally benefits him in terms of getting better purses due to the media impact he regularly achieves. In one of his latest posts on his X account, he went two ways. First, he decided to give his support to Gervonta Davis, predicting a 7th round knockout in his next fight against Frank Martin. The prediction raised eyebrows because Gervonta Davis defeated Ryan Garcia, and it seemed that a rivalry was sparked between the two. In recent weeks, that rivalry has potentially been discarded with the support the Tank gave amid doping allegations leveled at King Rai. Meanwhile, Garcia has a good relationship with Frank Martin, with the pair having been seen partying together. "I will bet $1 million that Gervonta will knock out Frank Martin within 7 rounds. I love Frank, but the truth is the truth," wrote Ryan Garcia on X in a post in which he sent a message to Errol Spence Jr., reminding him that he wants to fight him if he accepts the contract. However, in a fiery outburst, Frank Martin didn't hold back as he addressed the shocking switch of loyalty by his gym mate Ryan Garcia. The controversy stemmed from Garcia's unexpected decision to back Gervonta Tank Davis.
Because I'm going to be there every step of the way and put him on game. Like, this is what he likes to do. This is what he will do. And we're going.
You'll end up stopping Gervonta?
Nah, I don't know. Right. You never know.
In the highly anticipated WBA regular lightweight title fight against Martin, scheduled for June 15th on Prime Video PPV at the MGM Grand Garden in Las Vegas. Frank Martin was deeply frustrated by Garcia's change of heart. Initially, Garcia supported Martin, confidently predicting his victory. However, the tide turned drastically when Garcia publicly declared he would bet $1 million on Tank Davis to win. This sudden shift raised eyebrows, especially since both Martin and Garcia share the same trainer, Derek James, and train in Dallas.
He was cool, but like me, I don't care what he say. You know, I wouldn't get on and talk down or, you know, like he went from Frank, from his press conference, Frank to win, to Frank gonna get, I bet $1 million against him. Like, that shit's fake to me. You know, like I don't fuck with people like that. You know, that's fake.
Many believed Garcia should have remained neutral, avoiding any public declarations that could cause friction. Speculation is rife that Garcia's endorsement of Tank Davis is not just a matter of opinion, but a strategic move. With Garcia's career currently in limbo due to recent positive PED tests for Osterine, his future in the ring is uncertain. Next was Floyd Mayweather's protege, Kermel Moten, who believed a good amateur experience would always single boxers out. When he was asked about the Gervonta Davis versus Frank Martin fight, he responded, "It's going to be a great fight. Both are skillful guys. I'm leaning towards Tank only because Frank Martin didn't really have the experience like boxing when he was young, and I feel like that's really important like with boxers. That experience, that's like the most important thing." He further explained, "You could be boxing like if somebody started boxing when he was 6 and they only boxed for 4 years. Somebody started at 17 and they boxed for years."
It's gonna be a great fight. Both skillful guys. I'm leaning towards Tank only because Frank, he didn't really have the experience like boxing when he was young, and I feel like that's real important. Like with boxers, that's like that experience. That's like the most important. Even like you can.
The dude that boxed when he was younger is gonna be better because it's just like you when you're young. He then claimed, "So I feel like Tank is gonna. I don't know if he'll knock Frank out. Frank is a dog. I don't know. Both of the guys, they're not just gonna go out like that. So I feel like if it does end early, it'll be in Tank's favor. But Frank has the chance to get the decision because Tank gives away rounds a little bit. He looks for his big shots. I don't really know. I'm leaning towards Tank for the win."
If I do that boxing when he was younger, is gonna be better because it's like installed into you when you're young. So I feel like Tank gonna. I don't know if he'll knock Frank out. Frank a dog, but.
Finally, Frank Martin hinted once more how he would have loved to be in the undercard of this weekend's fight. However, he was denied the opportunity by Gervonta Tank Davis. "Yes, that's a huge card. I love to be a part of it. I'd love to be a part of all the big pay-per-view cards." In a revelatory conversation, former boxing champion Tim Bradley expressed serious concerns about Frank Martin's against Gervonta Tank Davis. Renowned for his expert views, Bradley has been watching the rise of Frank Martin in the lightweight division and has pinpointed the critical factors that played out. Martin stepped into the big league through this bout, and while many view his rise as impressive, it also brings about a unique set of challenges. Martin is a good boxer, don't get me wrong, but boxing Gervonta is not a walk in the park. Davis's fighting style is different, and this could be a significant problem for Martin, Bradley asserted. Bradley pointed out the potential of Davis's powerful hooks and uppercuts, creating immense pressure on Martin, who had not faced an opponent of this caliber until tonight. Handling Davis's blows is going to be a tough task. It's a whole new level of boxing, and I'm not sure if Martin is ready for this leap, Bradley added. His statement underscores the fact that Davis's knockout ratio is close to 96%, one of the highest in the lightweight division.
I think it's going to be a more challenging fight than what people think it's going to be. And I only say that because I see a lot of... I think that Frank is the most athletic guy that I've seen Davis in the ring with. I mean, even more than Ryan.
Experience is often a game changer in boxing. Beyond just the physical prowess, Bradley also highlighted the mental aspect of the game. Davis is known for his bravado in the ring, intimidating his opponents into making mistakes. Martin's ability to maintain his composure and stick to his fight plan despite Davis's aggression will prove critical to his success. Frank needs to show his mental strength. Davis is not just going to test his boxing skills, but his mind too. This aspect can turn out to be the big difference maker, Bradley concluded.
Put rounds together. And I don't see him being able to do that. That's the problem. You know, put rounds together, build on his work. You know, and that's because of the lack of experience that he has. The later rounds, I worry about Frank in the later rounds too.
And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time, peace out.